Hello everyone, this is Lawrence making another video, a couple of album openings which I got here, adjusting my chair. Boy, what a time we're living in now with this current world health crisis, and I certainly hope everyone's been doing their part of not infecting others and following all the guidelines to keep yourself and your loved ones safe and your fellow humans as well. Hopefully we can get through this sooner than later, but it is really a rough time right now. But anyway, making this video of two albums I purchased the other day from my local independent record store. These were two albums I ordered and was going to pick up on Record Store Day. I wanted to make sure they had them. And with Record Store Day being delayed until I think late June or early July, even that is cloudy, and I didn't want to wait that long to hearing these albums, so I went ahead and picked them up yesterday. And let me just say that the store I got them from, AFK Records and Books, used all the precautions necessary to protect their customers. They're only allowing so many customers in the store at one time. They had the wipes and a sign of guidelines of what to do when you come in the store. You were required to wash your hands, and I went in there using plastic gloves and cover over my mouth, and the owner of the store was very appreciative of that. And even the gift cards I had to pay for my purchase, I put in a Ziploc baggie, you know. So I went ahead and just got the albums, and I'm going to talk about crate digging or thrift store record buying at the end of this video. But for right now, I want to show you the two albums I got. The first one being, and I'm a big fan of traditional country music, not the country pop music that's on the radio today. But there are a number of artists, younger artists, who are bringing back the old traditions while creating something new. And I discovered this artist about 6 months back because I saw in the vinyl community a site I belong to, the cover, the album cover. I thought it was so cool. Colter Wall's Songs of the Plains. His music, and they even got a sticker on here labeling what his music is. Plains to Seek Plainsmen. Okay. They have it checkmarked, 3 items there. Folk, Western, and Country. And he's from Canada. And it's interesting, there's been a number of artists from Canada who are bringing back, you know, traditional Western or country music. And this artist here has been compared to Gordon Lightfoot, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings. You know, it's sort of like if Waylon and Johnny had a love child, it would be Colter Wall, Song from the Plains. And Walter has Colter has a nice baritone voice. The instrumentation is very minimalistic. You know, acoustic guitars, drums. Put on my glasses here. Bass, steel pedals, steel harmonica, a second acoustic guitar, and some backing vocals. Very minimalistic. And this album cover is very reminiscent of album covers of country artists who would go in the area of western tales of the Wild West, like Marty Robbins, Johnny Cash, a few others. And this is even the graphics, the artwork is very reminiscent of those that era of country music, and the albums released here. The font and everything. They even have the little symbols there on each side. I don't know what you call them. And the backside as well is very retro, with some liner notes, the picture there, the songs listings, and credits. And it even has, which used to be on albums a lot, right there, and it reads, this record can be played on stereo phonographics. So you see that a lot when albums were transferring, making the transition from mono to stereo. Very cool. Very cool. Coulter has a slew of videos on YouTube, and you can listen to. This is his second album, his self-titled debut, which came out in 2017. This came out in the fall of 2018. I absolutely love this album. Again, Coulter has a very rich baritone voice that lends itself to narrative storytelling, and he likes to explore a genre of music from, you know, country and western and western mythology storytelling of what he would call murder ballads, you know. And there's all kinds of interviews with him on the internet too. So having said that, we're going to open this baby. It's only one album inside of how many songs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 songs. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 11 songs. Okay. So I'm going to take my kitchen steak knife. I misplaced my pocket knife and cut along here, and it's very thin here. There we are. May have to use my nails. There we go. And it comes with a booklet. How cool is that? How cool is that? And on the back, a map and some photos here. Western Canada. That is very cool. Of course, you open it up and you get a lyric sheet along with a really cool picture of Coulter out on the plains. I really like this map here, and Coulter is from, the place he's from is the title of one of the songs, but I can't pronounce it. Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan, you know. So and that place is way up in Canada, or middle part there. So pictures of, you know, the planes, you know, old storefront, trains. Very cool. Very, very cool. So we'll pull the album out. And, well, goody, goody, goody. It has a download card, which is cool, which most of them do have now. And it doesn't seem to be on a 180 gram vinyl, but it's not really, you know, thin too. It has some thickness to it where it's not flimsy. And that's the artwork, the label artwork. So I'm looking forward to playing this album. Oh, Western folk. I guess that's a good label to a genre of music to label it. So I'll be listening to that today. The second album I got, it's been out for a little while, for I think maybe over a year now. And the Claypool Linen Delorum, whatever that word is, South of Reality, and very, very cool album cover. And of course, Claypool is, Les Claypool is a member of the band Primus, which I'm kind of interested in exploring their music. I haven't done so. And Sean Lennon, who is the son of John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and I think Sean is really coming into his own with this collaboration and this album. He certainly has the artistic sensibilities of his parents, and you know, he's been doing collaborations, and this is their second album. He's been doing collaborations with other artists as well. So it's very cool to have a son of a Beatle, and a number of them have gone into music. Dana, Julian, and of course Zach, drummer of The Who, very renowned drummer, and James McCartney as well. So I've listened to this album on Spotify and really like what I heard, been wanting to get it for a while. It's sort of like a trippy, psychedelic, you know, head music with tendency toward progressive rock, like King Crimson. And the album cover is really cool. So let's open it. It says here, the sticker, I'll read it to you. The new studio album from Les Claypool and Sean Lennon, pink and purple split color vinyl with blue splatter. I understand the vinyl is really, really beautiful. Double LP, which includes digital download card. And looks to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tracks. What's so good about an album, a single album that's been put on 2 discs, is because they're not squeezing, you know, like 12 songs on 1 disc. You got a room for the vinyl to breathe, and that accounts for good sound quality. And it seems like it may be on 180 vinyl, gram vinyl. The advantage about the thicker the vinyl, there's been debate on whether the sound quality is better or not, but with 180 gram, the groove, it's deeper into, the grooves go deeper into the vinyl. So if you get a scratch on the surface, it's likely, if it's not pressed hard, it's likely that it didn't get into the grooves. When the scratch get into the grooves, that's when you hear it. When you see a surface light scratch on a vinyl, if you can't feel it, you can't hear it. So, got my steak knife again, and we're going to open this baby. A little bit of a job here, but I got it. By the way, I put all my new vinyl, and I take very good care of them, into a plastic sleeve. And what I do is, when I insert the cover into the plastic sleeve, I put the vinyl itself in the back to this help avoid ring wear, okay? And when I do stock my 180 gram or new vinyl on the shelf, they're separate than from my old records. And I give them room to breathe. I don't squeeze them all together. That way you don't squeeze the spine. You keep everything very prestige. Okay, so we're going to take the plastic off. And since I'm a completist, I will include the plastic along with the sticker. I'll fold that up, and I have a separate box I put all those in. Okay, so gatefold. Very cool. So we got Sean Lennon and Claypool in some weird outfits, you know, doing a mysterious thing. Lyrics right there. Oh, this is interesting, and I've heard of this. Look at that artwork on the label there. And I understand, somebody told, when you spin it on a turntable, it creates a really weird effect. You can kind of get the idea there. And let's check out. Ooh, this is beautiful. This is really, really wicked. Okay. Now, I'm not into the color vinyl, but, you know, if it comes that way, that's fine. And also, when I have a better setup when I do this, but when I insert the vinyl in the paper sleeve, I even try to do it in such a way that I avoid rubbing the vinyl against the paper. And some people even gone as far as ordering special sleeves with plastic lining. Okay, so we got about the same here, a little bit different design, and same coloring, I think. Yeah, same coloring. So I won't pull that one and show it. And the download card. There it is. And they always push them all the way in the back. So I got the download card. This album has received a lot of renown, acclaim from critics and public. It gets a lot of good reviews, so I'm looking forward to playing those today. Um, and I really like buying new vinyl. I've got a nice collection now because I feel like, as opposed just to listen to it on Spotify on free, when you actually go out and buy an artist's work, you're making a vote of what you consider good, that you consider that their music is good enough that you're willing to put some money in the front and buy it. And that's also a vote of what you consider good music. So I use Spotify to shop around, to look to see what I may want to buy, sort of like back in the days of commercial radio. So if you really like something and you're set up with a nice turntable and all that, buy the work. If you're not, then buy it online. I just want to conclude with regarding thrift store record vinyl, which I do which I take part in throughout the years. And I got a great collection of albums I got through thrift store buying, or garage sales, or crate digging. Right now, you may want to consider suspending that kind of activity because of the virus. Why risk your health of others, loved ones, for some albums? So that's what I've decided to do, and I took the proper precautions yesterday to get these albums, and I still have enough gift cards to place some orders for Record Store Day. They're saying late June or early July, but that's still cloudy. But again, you might want to consider suspending all your thrift store record buying, crate digging, until this crisis is over. But if you can't resist the hunt, at least take all the precautions of using gloves and bringing the hand sanitizers and the mask and all that. Another thing, if you can't resist the hunt, the virus will stay on cardboard for 24 hours. So if you do buy some albums, it might be a good idea. It is a great idea to keep them in the car, in the trunk. In the trunk, not the front or back seat, but the trunk for 24 hours or a little bit beyond that, to give those the virus time to be killed off. Hopefully it doesn't have it, but that's a precaution you can take. So that's my video, and I'm looking forward to playing these albums. Please leave a comment, and because I love comments. Thumbs up are great, but I love comments. And do check out Coulter Wall and the Claypool Linen release. Thank you very much for watching. You be safe out there, and hopefully we can get through this, and it won't last as long as the more dire predictions are. Y'all take care. Bye.